Fish on! Jason, they might be the bigger ones down there a little bit. Oh yeah, baby! There it is. How good does that look? This fish looks amazing. Welcome back to Rush Creek Chronicles. It is 50 degrees today. As you can see, the snow is melting behind me, so I am hoping that means the ice is melting down at the lake and we'll be able to do a little trout fishing. Basically, there's a spot, this is a lake that drains, so you're able to catch trout year-round in lakes, but this is actually acting as a river or a creek. Rush Creek Chronicles, Rush Creek Chronicles. Where am I from? Sorry, never mind. Anyways, you are able to treat it like a river that's flowing. So they're going to be moving and spawning. So we have a nice little pocket right here that we can try. I know they do pool up here and they actually start spawning and jumping up the little waterfall there. So you can tell how low the water is right now. I am going to walk down at the end of the flow right here and see what it looks like, see if the ice is melted enough, because ideally we're going to want to be down there picking them off, but in theory they could very well be down here. Whew, that was an absolutely brutal walk, but we made it. We got a little bit of a channel here, a little bit of a runoff, so I'm gonna give it a try. We walked all the way out here. We almost lost our boots several times, but we got a pole, we got some bait, we got some running water. I'm gonna give it a go and see what happens. This is absolutely brutal right now. Just everything is covered in mud. I went back there to grab my fishing tackle box bag and it was just sinking in the mud. Like, I have it on my back and I can feel it dripping down my back. So that's not too pleasant. I found a technique that works a little bit to almost like ice skate on the mud so you're not sinking in. But as soon as you stay still for a minute, you're sunk in and it's almost like concrete. So I'm gonna try down there. So we're gonna go once, we're gonna see how it is, and if we catch a fish, great. If not, I might go try the river, just because at least I can stand and not have to worry about falling. Like, I literally can't pick my feet up, and these are the type of boots that they just slip off. So like, I in theory could just pull my foot off. So I have to kind of twist my feet to be able to get out. Look how deep that is. Gently. But I found if you almost just like slide your feet like that, it's not giving it time to sink in. So walking is easier, but like I said, as soon as you stop moving, you're just sinking right in. All right, we made it back. I am just kind of collecting my breath and collecting my thoughts a little bit. Oh, that was my other thought, is I'm curious how much you guys are like, this guy stinks. Like when you see me post these videos and it's not successful, like I didn't get a fish, I might still get a fish. Let's not jinx it. But at the same time, like, for me, it very much is about the pursuit. It's about being out here. It's about being connected. It's not necessarily about the success or failures that you have. And I was very drawn to the show Meat Eaters because of that. Like, when that first came out, I was instantly hooked, instantly connected. The first time he missed a shot and they showed it on camera, I was like, okay, I can relate to that. Like, this is hunting. It's not a perfect scenario. It's not necessarily about the animal. It's not about the rack. Like, it's not about the monster fish. And I don't know, that's kind of what I want to preach and what I want to do on my channel. So I really appreciate you guys watching, but we're gonna get into a little bit more fishing here. We're gonna get into a cook, and I'm stubborn. I'm probably gonna come back out tomorrow and see if we can get one. I personally, when I'm gonna put it on the smoker, I like doing some kind of cross hatch pattern. Do it nice and thin. And this will help just get smoke penetrating, and it'll help get the seasoning in some. You can go at whatever angle you want. So we'll just give that cool cross hatch pattern. This will just kind of melt into the meat as it's smoking and getting up the temperature. So we're just going to give it some butter. Venison is a very, very lean meat, so it's good to add some fat to it, especially in the cooking process. I have carne asada seasoning, and it has a good citrus flavor. I've used it for some ribs before, so that's what I'm going to go with tonight. You can season very generously. I probably should have done the other side first, just because with the butter. No, it's working out all right. So we're gonna season it generously. I'm not gonna get the sides because this is a smaller cut of meat. Yes, I am. I lied. So I kind of pat it once and then see where it needs a little bit. Pat it again, and we'll get it good to go. There we go. I can't wait for that to come through the smoker. The other thing I got is, I know it's frozen, but we didn't get a fish. I probably am going to try again tomorrow, and I'll record some and see if we get one. But for the sake of the video, I have a barramundi. So I've never caught that fish. Obviously, we don't have barramundi around here that I know of. So I've seen a lot of people catch it, cook it. It's supposedly really good. It's similar to a bass. I'm going to throw that on the smoker, and we'll see how that comes out as well. This looks absolutely amazing. I got it up to about 140, which that's right about where I want it on the smoker. You can see where I had the temperature probe in that one, but that's all right. Wow. At some point, they need to invent smell-o-vision. So I know some people probably will want it a little bit redder, which I'm cool with that too. But look at that. Look at that. Come on. Come on. That looks amazing. I actually started the... Ooh, that's spicy. I like it. I actually threw the fish in the air fryer for just a quick hot minute here because I want to crisp it up a little bit. So we're gonna get that out in just a second here, but wow. This looks absolutely amazing. I'm so excited to try this. I'm gonna go sit down, I'm gonna get ready, and I'll give you guys the reaction bite that you so desperately need. I'm not even gonna use a fork and knife. Like, how good does this look? It is absolutely tender, and it's got such a nice spicy bite to it. It's like right on that threshold of like, yep, that's just enough heat for me. So we're gonna try some fish now. See, I got a little bit of char on it using the air fryer. It's good. I don't know what to compare it to even. It's a little bit chewier, like a salmon type texture. Not quite as flaky as like tilapia or something like that, but it's really good. And then I just did some quick fried rice with it, so no butter, no nothing. Maybe needs a little bit of salt, but it's really good. So I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna give it a try and see what happens. Fish have to eat at some point, so we're gonna give it a try. I'm gonna throw in 2 lines. Same setup as yesterday, one on the bottom, one floating, but we're gonna give it a go, see what happens. It's hard to fathom that these giant ice chunks made it all the way up the bank like this. Because honestly, I'll have to show you guys what the river looks like later in the summer, because the water level doesn't even come close to coming up here. And it just shows you how much ice was actually on the river for these giant chunks like this to be on here. I could probably flip that one off and it would be cool. I'm not gonna do it though. But we got a line in the water with the sinker. I am going to toss a float in here. I have a night crawler on the line over there, and I think I'm going to use a spawn sack to see if I can get some trout, just for fun. We can't keep them in the river, unfortunately, this time of year. Just another amazingly beautiful day out today. I love it. So I was casting, and just kind of where I'm at and where the river bends and the water's flowing, my float was just ending up right next to the bank, and there was not much I could do about it. So at least here it's in the water, I can see it. I know it's not going to get tangled up because that's a huge wind, so we'll see. I'm gonna give it a try and see what happens. Nothing going so far, but it's definitely nice just being outside and enjoying it. So hopefully we can get a fish. That's the goal, man. All right, we're back at it. Windy day here. I have the muck boots. Jason is out right now, and he said he's slaying a bunch of small. Really? Maybe this isn't the way Jason came. This is what we've been dealing with, guys. Just sinking in. This looks as good of a spot to cross as any. I'm not walking in the mud anymore. Alright, we should be good. I can see the bottom here. But anyways, Jason said this is a good, productive spot. And we're gonna get over there. I got the boots on. Looks like we're more than okay right now to cross here. He said it's only about 5 feet at the deepest, but he is catching a bunch of foot-long, 12-inch rainbow and brown trout right now. The lake itself is actually a man-made lake. They actually flooded a town. Obviously an evacuated town. But there's still remnants of the town underneath the lake, which is pretty cool. And at one point it was owned by the power company, and basically the power company would control the flow of the water to meet their electrical needs. There's Jason right around the corner.
Yeah, I have single eggs.
Non-floating. I mean, it's still fresh spawn any way you look at it, right?
Yeah, it's just cured. It's got cured. I don't think it matters. I just can't believe there's that many fish sitting right in front of me. I really didn't even move.
I want to catch some and then...
Are you going to keep them or not?
Yeah, I'll probably keep one or two.
Honestly, Nick, they've all been that size right there. I got two. They haven't been, I think that is smaller.
Those are good eaters though.
Yeah, I know.
I'm actually going to try throwing them on the smoker. There we go. Fish on. Yeah, that's a nice one. Oh yeah.
They're about 2 over 12. But they all been that size, yeah.
That's a nice fish. That's a nice one too. You sure you aren't catching the same 3 fish? Fish on. That one's definitely over 12. Jason, I caught a fish with it between my legs, grabbing the beer.
Did you really?
Yeah, I just had the pole sitting between my legs.
They're all that size right there. They're stone flies.
That's what they're eating? Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. This is a really good one.
Oh yeah.
I got them on the trout eggs. My niece is gonna be happy because she watched my ice fishing video. She goes, that was really cool, but how come you didn't catch any fish? Yeah.
Spot, I haven't seen any like that.
Like that big one I got a little bit of his lip there. Fish on! Jason, they might be the bigger ones down there a little bit.
It might be.
Oh yeah, baby! I don't think there's anything cooler than a fish jumping. Did he snap that hook off?
Brown. That's brown.
Yeah, it is.
That is a brown.
Is there anything other than the coloring you can really tell?
Just the dots. See how it's more, I don't know, oh! It's this, all this in here, that's just the brown. Those dots, you see the steelhead is more, I mean the rainbow's got more rainbow.
Brown are better eating, aren't they?
They're more of a, cliche, but the meat is like more browner than pink. I do like the browns a little bit better. They taste a little bit more like salmon.
I think the bigger ones are down there. You see right where it starts to ripple out there? That's where I'm catching them.
What's that?
You see right where it's starting to ripple out there? That's where I'm catching them. That's a nice one. We've probably caught 50 fish, haven't we?
Oh yeah, it's 50 fish there. Easy. Easy.
51. Wow, that one's really white. This one's really white. I think we're gonna call it on this one because it's slowing down. Beautiful fish though. Look at the color on this thing. So I think we're gonna call it here. It was a really productive day. Let me get this thing back in the water. But I think we're gonna call it here, and I'm gonna throw them on the smoker. We'll catch you guys in a bit. Somebody wants some fish too.
You want some fish too? Did you want some fish too?
All right, we're gonna get these going. One I'm going to do with some wood fire garlic. That sounds pretty good. And we're just gonna go some Danos on the other one. And we're gonna leave the skin right on. Should be able to peel the skin right off, but I'm still gonna season it regardless. And we're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna go low and slow, probably under 200 for a couple of hours. And just keep an eye on it as we go. But we'll go little one garlic, big one Danos. I mean, I'm just gonna douse it in seasoning. Get all the inside just for flavor. It's not gonna hurt anything. I might eat some of the skin, so we'll see if it just peels off or not. I mean, too much seasoning is never a bad thing. That was extra Danos. I have another one right here. And we just lost power. Again, this is the second time. So I might not be smoking these. It's an electric smoker, so the smoker just went off. You know what's crazy is the power company... Come on, stay on. The power company literally just drove by, which it's like, I don't know what you guys are doing. You up to something? Oh, these are looking amazing. We're about halfway through here. You can tell the tail's getting crispy. Oh yeah. Oh, these look good. I'm excited. I'm gonna give them probably another half an hour, 45 minutes. Maybe a little bit longer than that, but these are looking great. So if you guys have watched this far, you know what I've been through. I've been through the mud trying to get some fish, so we got some fish finally. It ended up being like over 100 between the two of us. We weren't counting, but just kind of based on rough math, we were like, okay, that was like 75 to 100 trout we caught. So we're definitely going to get back out there at some point and try to get some more. But I'm going to go check on these trout and see how they turned out. If you guys can hear this wind, that might be part of the reason we were doing so well catching all those trout, is because there's a storm front that's supposed to be coming in, and we're supposed to be getting super high winds and I think up to 6 inches of snow. So there is a chance that they were just gorge feeding and knew that was the calm before the storm and getting ready to eat. So it's gonna get nasty here. I showed you guys in the video the power actually went out. That's the second time this weekend that it went out. But we're gonna get into this trout. I think I'm gonna make some trout tacos. It seems like the thing to do. So stick with me and we're gonna have an awesome bite for you in a minute. Well, we better hope the fish is done, because literally no sooner than I said we had the power go out and the storm's supposed to be nasty, that the power just went out. So these things have to be done smoking. They've been on here for a couple hours, so they definitely look like they're done to me just at first glance. We'll check a temperature and see what they're at, but they look absolutely amazing. So bear with me, this is the best that I can do right now. The power actually did just go out. So the skin on these should just peel right off. Oh yeah. Oh, that smells amazing. Actually has a very salmon type look to it. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll show you in a minute. These are the bones we got to make sure we get out of there. I feel like cooking them whole is the best way, because you can just peel the skin right off and make sure you get these bones out. Oh wow, that's from the inside. It's hard to get the camera. It is really hard to find the pin bones when it's completely dark, but we did our best. We got some nice chunks of meat, and we're gonna make some trout tacos and see how it goes. I don't know if you guys are gonna see it through, but right now it looks like there's waves on the screen, so I apologize if that's the case. It's because of this light, but you know, actually that's not too bad. This camera's pretty good in the dark. Or the light shining behind me. But it's taco time. Get a nice gob of mayonnaise. Mayo. I'm just gonna fold it in half, so I'm not gonna do a roll or anything, so we're just gonna kind of spread it nice and even. I'm gonna go with the garlic. And what you can do with that skin too is you can chop it up. I got some chopped up celery to give it a nice little crunch. I'm gonna go with some relish, and then I'm gonna top it off with just a splash of lemon. Perfect. Actually, I'm gonna kind of roll it. Do like a mini roll, like a fold roll. No bones, so that's a plus right off the bat. It's got really good flavor. It needs a little bit of salt. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind, it's just still whipping. It needs a little bit of salt or something, but other than that, it's got really good flavor. I can't taste the smokiness too much, but it definitely has a hint of smoke to it. I definitely am going to add the relish to my fish taco recipe though. that has a really good flavor to it. So the power actually came back on, and I just wanted to show you guys some of this meat real quick. It came out so freaking good. I'm excited. So what I'm actually going to do is make a little bit of a dip with it, and I'll show you guys that since I am recording with the power back on. Power's back on. So it's almost going to be like a tuna fish type thing. I'm just kind of checking for bones as I'm going through it, but I've gone through this 3 times now. We're going to slab some mayonnaise. You're going to always add more mayonnaise later. That's my usually classic mistake, is I will load it with mayonnaise and be like, oh, I guess I didn't need that much. But if you like mayonnaise, put as much mayonnaise as you want. My mom actually, as she was making her taco, she goes, what, no onion? So I made sure to add some onion to it for the dip. A little bit more liquid to it. So I'm going to put the rest of that relish in. I actually have a little bit more. Try to get all the juice out of it. That relish, pickle in general, was such a good idea. I'm glad I did that. We're going to add a little bit of lime juice. A little squeeze of the lemon. I didn't need to go anywhere. They're right here. And when I was eating it, I said I needed a little bit of salt and pepper. So we're going to salt it and pepper it. So it kind of looks like a tuna fish spread, but this is awesome to have with Triscuits or wheat thins or your favorite cracker in general. Not that I'm promoting any bone. You'll find them. That's for sure. That's why, as you can see, the power's off, so this is a great spot to end the video. I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. And we're back! Just like that. I got some little crackers. That's all I can find. You know what they are. We're gonna give it a try. Wow. This is better than the taco, but that's also because I added a little bit of salt and pepper and probably the onions. That's probably what made it better. That is really good. I'm gonna end the video here. It's been a weird one. That's my dog dropping his ball. He wants to play. So I'm gonna end it here. We got muddy. We got skunked. We caught over 100 fish. Stick with it. Perseverance. Stay hungry. And I appreciate you guys watching and subscribing. And comment down below what you want me to try cooking next.